here this evening. Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1 staging out to the Speedway. 8 times around, field set to roll to the green like this. Driver of the poles out of San Jose, California. Driver of the England Machine and Tool, EA Stealth, Team STV, IPC number 7X. That's going to be Thomas Meserol. Lining up next to him, the driver coming to us out of Kennedale, Texas, in the Realty Connect, Stanton SR11X Power, Josh's Speed Shop, Joiner Motorsports number 27X. That'll be Kyle Jones. Next row from the inside, it'll be Zach Weigel. He's out of Belpre, Ohio, on the Dave Noss Auto Outlet, Speedway Toyota, Spike Chassis, McCarthy Real Estate, S2 Cybersecurity number 89. And for the 4th starting spot, it'll be Jake Andriotti. He's out of Castro Valley, California, driver the Acro Seal, Stanton DRC Chassis number 14. Zach Dahm on track. He'll go from the 5th starting spot out of Pocahontas, Illinois, in the Kiwi Landscaping, 5D Speed Shop, Ramco Dahm Motorsports, number 5D. And next to him, tonight's quick qualifier and last report is that is the same car that he qualified with out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the JBL Speedway Total Link Chassis number 67. That is Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms set to go from the 6th starting spot. Andrew Deal set to stage to the inside of row number 4. He comes to us out of Caney, Kansas. The Victory Auto Group, Stanton SR11. Randy's Performance Repair, Foreman Bucking Bulls, number 15D. And outside of him, from 8th, it'll be Zach Merritt at Greeley, Colorado. And the Ryan Order-owned RKO Management Esslinger, number 43. Final starter here in Heat Race number 1, brought to you by Simpson Race Products, set to be Sean Shapel at Wichita, Kansas. The Always Plumbing SRE Honda XXX number 84S. As that'll be our scheduled lineup here in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1 of 3. And I do believe Drake York with an update down track side.
Thank you so much, Brian. And if you're just joining us on FloRacing or here at the track here at Red Dirt Raceway, Ryan Timms laid down an absolute burner in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. How good was it? It was good enough to get the track record, but just seconds later, disaster struck in turns 1 and 2 as he biked and tipped it over. And you heard Ryan in his Honest Abe Roofing Quick Time Qualifier interview say they were pulling down the backup car, but while that is true, they are not going to the backup car. The backup car is actually sitting on the ground in the KKM pit, so they are sticking with the primary car. And shockingly, not a lot of damage on that race car, really just the front axle, the shocks, and the radius rods on the number 67. I talked to Keith Coons. He said, frankly, it's a bit of a miracle this car is as straight as it is, and even that hit on the back of the car when he went into the wall just hit on the rear bumper, so it didn't damage anything on the rear end, and he's going to start from 6th in this heat race. And Brian, that's not only important to keep his starting spot in this heat race, but also to get his time back for the starting lineup of tonight's feature event.
Indeed, thank you very much.
Yeah, and he would get that time back if he were to transfer through this heat race. So when you go to a backup car, you only serve the penalty once to go to the tail, and then if Ryan Timms were able to transfer out of this heat race, he would then reacquire his Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award to start where he should he had never gone to the backup car. So only having to serve that penalty one time, but alas, Ryan Timms still in the primary car, so not an issue.
So I know when Drake gave the initial report, it looked like there had been possibly some frame damage where it looked like it might have torn one of the uprights for the shocks out. And it looks like maybe not quite the case, and sometimes when you're just getting a quick glance like that, some things are going to look a little askew, so.
Yeah, and that team, especially Keith Coons Motorsports, they have a lot of resources to fix some things that some other teams might not be able to repair here at the racetrack. They might have to go back to the shop and do some different things, but Keith Coons Motorsports more than equipped to handle quite a bit more major incidents than some other teams.
Looking to the field, looks like -1, Sean Shapel, who did not take a qualifying lap, likewise not going to make an appearance here in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1 either. Toyota Racing Development pace truck down to the infield, Timaz. on the pole. His first USAC National start of the season, coming off of turn number 4 to the green at the NOS Energy Start Cam.
Thomas Meserol going to look to get off to this season with a bang. He's going to lead down the backstretch, but they're catching up to him down the backstretch. Thomas Meserol going to fall to the wayside.
Side by side, Meserol up the racetrack. They're nearly 3 wide for the second spot. Up at the outside running, Kyle Jones going to have the lead on lap number 1. Zach Dahm running in second. Dahm going to look to the inside of that King chassis. Not able to get the bite to the inside. It will be the 27 holding on to it for the time being.
So Kyle Jones going to continue to ride around the top side of the racetrack, but here comes Zach Dahm. Zach Dahm doing Zach Dahm things on the bottom side. Ryan Tim's going to try to make that line work as well.
Yeah, the bottom side is there. Dahm's going to be on it here as he rolls her wide at the exit to number 2, all the way to the wall. Dimes it down, catches the bottom of the entry to number 3. Still right there. He's got the 89 as Zach Weigel stalking him now. Weigel on the outside, running in the 3rd spot. Thomas Meserol, he has fallen to 4th. Weigel with a big run to the back straightaway. Going to turn, burn to the inside, trying to get to the inside line to take it away from Dahm. Wasn't quite able to get there, but still able to hold momentum now through the middle into turns 1 and 2 to take over second, possibly the lead to the back straightaway.
So Zach Weigel goes for the lead around Kyle Jones. Doesn't quite get it done that time, but throws a slider in turns number 3 and 4. Up the racetrack, catches the cushion, not going to get it done.
Unfortunately, that slid bombed on him up in the cushion over in turn number 4. That opens the door for Zach Dahm to sneak by to the inside. Not so long, though. Here comes the 27 to the inside. He's going to take it back. Kyle Jones back into the race lead. Zach Dahm right there in 5. Not able to get back to his inside. Rides in second. Kyle Jones back to the top spot with 2 to go.
2 laps to go. Zach Dahm still working the bottom side of the racetrack. Going to lose some ground to Kyle Jones around the top side as we head to the white flag down the front stretch.
Final trip around here in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1. Kyle Jones leading, about the most advantage he's had. As I say that, though, misses the top line into 1 and 2. Zach Dahm going to capitalize to the inside. Dahm going to look to the outside of turns 3 and 4. Jones going to look to the inside, 3 wide, middle of turns 3 and 4. Zach Dahm going to come around for the heat race win. Zach Weigel second at the line. Kyle Jones at 3rd. Ryan Timms at 4th. Thomas Meserol, Jake Andriotti, Andrew Deal, and Zach Merritt unofficially rounding out your field. Just like Maxwell House, that one was good to the last drop, and your winner comes to you out of Pocahontas, Illinois. Driver of the Kiwi Landscaping, Stanton SR11X, King Chassis, 5D Speed Shop, Ramco Don, number 5D Race Fans. Give him a hand, Zach Dahm. Winner. Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1, as he'll bring her down to the front straightaway, and he'll get a word with Drake York.
What a week this guy's had. Zach Dahm out of Pocahontas, Illinois, gets the win in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1 aboard his own number 5D. And Zach, as always, you were persistent on the bottom. It just didn't work out for most of the race, but on the final lap, you were able to get by Kyle Jones off of turn number 2. What made the difference there on that last lap?
I think he just kind of messed up into 1 and 2 there, and I seen him slow up in the apex there, and I was able to get across there. And the top was better than 3 and 4, so I just need to get up there. I was losing ground down there, but I mean, this thing's awesome. We haven't got to run it very much yet. This new King car, and it so far is really good. So we got a good motor underneath us tonight, so it's up to me to put all the pieces of the puzzle together.
Zach Dahm and crew scramble to get this car ready to go for Mid-America Midget Week, and so far it's paid off as he's your winner at Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1.
How many laps was that? Felt like a lot.
Yeah. 8 laps, but
Saw a lot of stuff happen.
in slide job years, it was 16. So Rada Supply Heat Race number 2 next on the agenda. Driver on the poles out of Bonnerdale, Arkansas, the V&H Fresh, Hooten Oil Company, Car and Fleet, Sherbill Suspension, number 938. That's going to be Bradley Bazar. Next to him in 11. Comes to us out of Carl Junction, Missouri, the panel chipping, James Hodge Auto Group, SR11, Ripper Chassis, number 11A. That'll be Andrew Felker. Next row to the inside, Gavin Miller. He's out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Driver of the Sound Gear, Toyota Racing Development, Mobile 1, number 97. And next to him in 71, that'll be Cannon McIntosh. He's out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Driver of the Gear Wrench TRD, Mobile 1, Curb Records, KKM, number 71K. Looking to the third row from the inside, he has been on fire lately out of Southern California. Driver of the Indy Custom Stone, MPV Express, Dozers, Nuts, and Bolts, Check Marketing, number 57. That'll be Logan Seavey. And lining up to his right, Cale Drake at Collinsville, Oklahoma, the Ibach Toyota Speedway Toyota Link Chassis, KKM Kerbag at Jania, number 97K. Final row from the inside, it'll be the real Trey Zorn at Russell, Kansas, the Chandler Grand Prix, Sonny's Grocery, Melmark Pipe Supply, 00Z. And your final starter set to be Curtis Spicer at Marysville, Kansas, for the Spicer Aircraft Volker Fontana, still chassis number 4S. As that'll be your scheduled lineup here in Rod Supply Heat Race number 2 of 3 for your USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. No Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature event here tonight. Everybody going to move on into the A main. So, normally where you want to be in the top 6 to advance on to the feature, in this case, you want to be in the top 6 to make sure you earn your starting spot in the main.
And a perfect example of that is Ryan Timms, who just finished 4th in Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 1. He was your Honest Abe Roofing Fast qualifier tonight. That means he will start 6th in tonight's feature event.
6 fastest drivers in qualifying transferring on into the feature. They occupy the first 3 rows. The next 3 positions in tonight's case will be your heat race winners. So the field lined up. The Toyota Racing Development pace truck going to make that left-hand turn to the infield. In Fazard, Felker, Miller, then McIntosh, Seavey, then Drake, Zorn, then Spicer. Round of the NOS Energy start can, and we'll see if this one goes.
Yeah, looked good for that outside lane led by Andrew Felker, and they're going to get the caution flag down the backstretch.
Side by side, nose to tail, the NOS Energy start can off at turn number 4. Officials going to come out and once again reiterate its location. So Felker going to serve the penalty. And looks like something going on here. Going to go ahead and come to a stop on the front straightaway. And something maybe going awry for Felker. So he's going to go ahead and take it back pit side.
And sometimes that happens. They run fine until they come down from, being full speed, and then things aren't fine.
So Gavin Miller via the jump going to move up to the outside of the front row. Coming around, trying again. Bizarre up the racetrack, trying to block the charge and leave the inside line wide open for the gear wrench number 71K. He's going to jump up and take off of the cannon. McIntosh up into the race lead, slides her across the racetrack. However, this one might be a do-over. 4S of Spicer spinning her around in a no parking zone to the high side of turn number 3.
So I believe possibly a complete restart here, as we did not get everybody across the line for the first green flag lap of the heat race. But don't quote me.
Checking down on race monitor, and it does show 8 laps remaining. So if you want to follow along with the United States Auto Club, Race Monitor is what you want to download to follow along. If you're wanting to follow along with the Dirt 2 Media National Open Wheel 600 Series, My Race Pass is where you want to go for that.
So we'll try it again here. Get them stacked back up. Again, it's Bradley Fazard and now Gavin Miller who occupy the front row.
So Fazard coming to us from the American Sprint Car Series. In the 938 machine, the V&H Fresh Vince and Mary Rosa back car. Does have a couple of midget starts in the season in Power I competition. First start of the season here in USAC. As they go to speed, they'll round onto the back straightaway. This time the V&H Fresh entry going to jump out with the early advantage. Keep an eye to the bottom for Gavin Miller. The sound gear number 97 trying to come around and steal the way on the inside. Not going to happen, though. Fazard leads lap number 1.
That was a tricky initial start for Cannon McIntosh, who got up over the left rear of Bradley Fazard on that start. Now he holds on to 3rd, but he's under pressure for 4th right now.
Boy, Gavin Miller, talk about a short slide off of turn number 4. Gets it done, though. The sound gear number 97 jumping up into the race lead. McIntosh down to the bottom. Look to the outside for the Eibach entry. Cale Drake with a big run to the back straightaway. Going to turn it down to the inside. Coming after the lead. Denied. Miller going to hold on to it. Drake, oh my. Going to have to check them springs after getting over the cushion. He bounced her hard. And that opened the door for the 57 to Logan Seavey. He'll step on by and say thank you very much.
So Logan Seavey in the Abacus Racing number 57 trying to upset this Keith Kunz Motorsports party at the front of Rodden Supply Heat Race number 2. Gavin Miller still in pursuit of this win for the second heat race on night number 1 of Mid-America Midget Week.
Logan Seavey coming off this 14th overall victory on the season. 10 of those with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Twice already this year he has won with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Still in pursuit of Gavin Miller, the 97 streaking onto the back straight. Will come around this time with 2 to go.
So Logan Seavey has decided to move up to the top side of the racetrack. Your top 4 run there right now, top 5 and 6 as well. Logan Seavey going to try to dip down to the middle side, find some extra grip. Not going to get it done this time.
Another driver trying the bottom that time at 1 to 2 is Cannon McIntosh. Able to keep distance between himself and Cale Drake. Drake up there battling for the lead just a couple laps ago. A little bit too much speed sideways and forward. Hopped her over the cushion. Relegate himself back to the 4th spot here as the white flag has flown. Leader working down the back straightaway for the final time. Top shelf running through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag going to drop at the sound gear number 97 at Gavin Miller. Logan Seavey in 2nd. Cannon McIntosh in 3rd. Cale Drake in 4th. Bradley Fazard in 5th. Trey Zorn, Curtis Spicer, and Andrew Felker unofficially rounding out your field. So your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he comes to you out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Driving the Sound Gear Toyota Racing Development, Eibach Curb Records, Mobile 1, number 97. Race fans, give him a hand, Gavin Miller. So Gavin Miller picking up the win. Logan Seavey crossing in 2nd. Cannon McIntosh in 3rd. Cale Drake, Bradley Fazard, Trey Zorn, Curtis Spicer, Andrew Felker again unofficially rounding out your field. So Rodden Supply Heat Race number 2 in the books. Let's take it down trackside to Drake.
Thank you so much, Brian. Gavin Miller gets his 2nd heat race win on the 2024 season. Comes into Mid-America Midget Week 8th in national points. And he had to earn that one. Seemed like both the top and bottom were really good there, Gavin. And ultimately, you went to the top at the end of the race. So take us through the decision process of going to the bottom, going to the top, and then ultimately settling on the top for the final few laps.
Yeah, I knew it was good in 1 and 2, but it wouldn't last in 3 and 4. So I had to eventually slide myself in. At that point, I'm making momentum around the top, so I thought that would have been the best option, and it ended up working.
Momentum certainly helped Gavin Miller get to the win here of Rodden Supply Heat Race number 2.
TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3. Next on to the Speedway. Hank Davis out of Sand Springs, Oklahoma, in the lanefrost.com Toyota-powered Sonny's Grocery, Melmark Pipe Supply 00, slated to be on the pole position. Lining up next to him, Ricky Lewis. Lewis out of Oxnard, California, the Metalloid 1 Performance Products, Bordner Welding, Stanton DRC Chassis, Lucky 7 Technologies, number 54. Next row from the inside, it'll be Jacob Denny out of Galloway, Ohio, the Trent Shoring, Rodella Fabrication, FK Roddens, Edping Power Link Chassis, number 25. And from the 4th starting spot, it'll be Dason Pursley at Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the PristineAuction.com, NOS Energy Drink, Toyota Racing Development, number 86. Next row from the inside, she comes to you out of Clovis, California. The Mobile 1 TRD Peels, Curb Records, IWX number 71. It'll be Jade Evadissian. And from the 6th starting spot, Justin Grant. He's out of Ione, California. Driving the NOS Energy Drink, EnviroFab, MPV Express, Toyota Spike number 2. Final row from the inside, Jerry Coons Jr. Coons out of Tucson, Arizona. Driver the Schmitz Incorporated, Proterra Landscaping, Central Motorsports, Stanton number 85. And your final starter set to be Ashley Order. She's out of Ellicott, Colorado. Driver the RKO Management, Esslinger Ellis Chassis, number 44. As that'll be your scheduled lineup here in TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3. Final heat race of the evening here at Red Dirt Raceway.
So Dason Pursley going to roll off 4th in this TJ Ford's Heat Race number 3 during night number 1 of Mid-America Midget Week. Dason Pursley out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma, picked up his first career USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget win in 2021 here at Red Dirt Raceway.
Just down the road from his hometown, Locust Grove, just east of the Tulsa metropolitan area. About the only thing that could have made that party even bigger is if he'd done it in Port.
No kidding, yeah. really cool that he was able to get it done in his home state. And obviously, it's kind of been lights out ever since for Dason Pursley, who just comes off that fresh Indiana Midget Week title just from a little over a month ago, and then picking up the win at Kokomo to round that one out as well.
Driver with a dozen wins on the season, including his first career Silver Crown victory out in Pennsylvania. Oh, by the way, it was in his second career start.
Yeah, we talk a lot about, especially when it comes to midget racing with the USAC National Midget Series, we've talked a lot about the momentum that Logan Seavey has had across divisions. Dason Pursley has been on that same trajectory.
He's the only driver this season so far to win in all three USAC national divisions, so he will be one to watch. Hank Davis, one of the ASCS drivers joining us here tonight. Drives for Todd Carlisle and 2C Racing with Wayne Johnson. He will go for the pole off of turn number 4. Nice and even at the NOS Energy start can as we go to green.
And a rather good start there for Hank Davis, but Dason Pursley cannot be held back. He gets by everybody in turn number 2.
That's CB Industries PristineAuction.com entry rocketing onto the back straightaway. Driver chasing him. Talk about another one that's spent a lot of time in victory lane this season. It just hasn't been USAC victory lane. That is Ricky Lewis in 54.
And I think it would be so interesting for Ricky Lewis to pick up his first USAC national victory with the USAC NOS Energy National Midget Series, because that would be so unprecedented.
Dozen wins this year, all in sprint car competition, local Indiana racing, as well as the Boss Series. He rides in that second spot right now. Jacob Denny running in third. The battle raging on behind them a couple laps ago. Avedisian, Grant, Coons. You could put a blanket on him there for a second. That battle has kind of singled itself out a little bit as Pursley's advantage, 1.436 seconds over Ricky Lewis, Jacob Denny, Jay Avedisian, Jerry Coons, and Hank Davis. Then Justin Grant and Ashley Order right now running out your running order as I say that. Grant coming back after Coons in the 85.
Jared Coons Jr. dives to the bottom side of the racetrack. Justin Grant with some good momentum off the top side of turn number 2. He gets past Jerry Coons Jr. for that final transfer position.
So again, transfer not into the feature, but transfer just to hold on to your position in the starting lineup. Everybody going to move on into the main event here tonight. As Dason Pursley, like he's out in a walk in the park right now. The PristineAuction.com, number 86, coming around, turning his quickest lap of this heat race at a 13.605. White flag coming this time for Pursley as he'll come up on the slower number 44. She will put it around to the front straightaway. Rest of the field starting to close in here. Ooh, look out.
Yeah, some pretty difficult timing there for the leaders of this race as Ricky Lewis and Jacob Denny had to take some evasive action there, but they're coming around turns number 3 and 4 to Dason Pursley for the checkered flag.
Pursley going to grab the heat race win. Ricky Lewis going to hold on to second. Jacob Denny going to cross in third. Jay Avedisian in fourth. Hank Davis, Justin Grant, Jerry Coons Jr., and Ashley Order. She knew something was going wrong because she immediately, as she was able to, took it down into the pit area as the rest of the field came around for the wave of the checkered flag. But your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he lives right up the road in Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The PristineAuction.com, NOS Energy, Toyota Racing Development, CB Industries, number 86. Race fans, give him a hand. Dason Pursley. Getting the job done in TJ Ford's heat race number 3. Let's go down to Drake.
Thank you so much, Brian. To 6th heat race win on the season. Of course, a 3-time winner already in 2024. Fresh off that Indiana Midget Week title. And Christy, you mentioned it, got his first career national win here at Red Dirt Raceway back in 2021. But Dason, you made going from 4th to the lead look so easily. So how did you execute that pass? And not to mention, get all the way from the top of the racetrack down to the tires in turns 1 and 2 to make that pass.
Yeah, I just seen Hank there on the start. He got him and Ricky both got a pretty good start, and I really didn't realize which way any of them was going to go. And Ricky started drifting up to the top, and then Hank started kind of looking like he was going to throw a slider. So got by Jacob there and was able to kind of just chop him down into turn 1, and was able just to kind of hook the bottom there. So yeah, I needed that heat race win after our little pitiful qualifying effort, and that's pretty valuable for our starting position here in the feature. So yeah, this Pristine Auction CBI Industries NOS Energy Drink 86 is good again here tonight, and hopefully we can capitalize on it and see everyone here on the front straightaway.
Dason Pursley knows how to get to victory lane here at Red Dirt Raceway. We'll see if he can repeat the feat here tonight.
Thank you very much, Drake, as crews coming out to do a little bit of work on the speedway before we roll into our feature events here on the FloRacing broadcast. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. $100,000 are on the line during the USAC NOS Energy Drink Hoosier Trifecta. USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship competitors will be racing for major prizes across 3 marquee events in the state of Indiana in August, September, and October. The Elliott Custom Trailer and Kart Sprint Car Smackdown will pay $30 grand to win at Kokomo Speedway on Saturday, August 24th. At Tri-State Speedway, the winner stakes are $20,000 for the Hobstadt Hustler on Saturday, September 14th. Another $20,000 winner's share is posted for the Fall Nationals at Lawrenceburg Speedway, set to go on Saturday, October 12th. Furthermore, winning all 3 can net a driver a bonus up to $30,000. The USAC NOS Energy Drink Hoosier